Welcome to the podcast that makes you laugh, the show that every redneck rock star dirtbag can relate to. Bringing that fire on our podcast empire. It's the Neanderthals from Leander. We're live in Bat Sam Studios. This is the Whiskey and Whiskers podcast. We're your hosts, Chris,
Chop,
Gator,
and Blake. Gentlemen, today was back to school.
Fucking A.
How did it go for everybody?
I don't know, kind of a long walk, but, you know, I don't have my textbooks yet or anything, so it's not too bad.
So I got one in elementary, one in middle, and two in high school. So I go to 3 schools for drop-off and pickup.
But they all start at different times, though, right? Like, at least that's a little bit.
A little bit.
what happened to the school bus?
Dude, so I live super close to
To a school bus?
the school bus. To the school, so I don't know.
We don't get a school bus where we live.
Why
Well,
not?
but see, I see the school bus driving around my neighborhood.
We're within 2 miles, and our kids, when they walk and bike to school, they have to cross Baghdad.
What does that mean?
Well, the Baghdad's like a main thoroughfare that goes through.
The bus can't cross Baghdad?
No, they make the kids do it on bikes.
They make them get out of the bus and cross it on a bike?
Yeah, that's right.
So the rule, those are two separate things. The rule is if you're within 2 miles, then you don't get a bus.
Right.
But if you're on a bike, you have to...
And your counterpoint is, but they have to cross Baghdad.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
on a bike.
I mean, like, what if you had to cross Baghdad, like, on a pogo stick or something?
Or a jet ski.
What if you had to cross, like, Baghdad, like, the city?
I'm just trying to quantify the challenge, you know what I mean? Yeah. What if it was that Baghdad?
That would be harder.
It's like a war zone, bro.
That would be difficult for sure.
You're like, I need a helmet at least.
Especially with just a 10-speed.
I think wearing a helmet is like a bike or whether you're just crossing the city of Baghdad.
Dude, there's a lot
Yeah.
of kids that ride bikes to school and none of them wear helmets.
I mean, let's be real. Helmets are lame, right?
I refused to wear them when I was young.
Me too.
I mean,
Same.
I still...
I'm, I'm just saying. Like,
Even if they were like,
dude,
you
look
have
lame
to
as
wear
fuck.
it to leave this house. Then you wear it, like, around the corner where they can't see no more and ditch that shit.
And then you lose it.
And lose it. I lost it.
I think it was stolen. Yeah, so back to school is weird, I guess.
I got
Yeah.
stuck in a school zone today, so I already hate it.
There's so many people, too. It's like 75,000 kids or whatever that went to school this morning here, just in our little town, our small town, what used to be. And the traffic is insane. Like,
I don't know who to be mad at, because
there
I
was-
feel like everybody that's going to school fucking sucks at it, right? Like, and not the people going to the school, obviously. They're children. They suck at a lot of stuff, but really it's their parents that are the real shitheads.
They're not the
here.
ones driving,
That's
going
true.
to school.
And
yeah.
I saw it today with the line mentality. Like, if there's a line, people just get in it and sit there for no fucking reason. You know, I've been doing this for a number of years. This is like the 8th year straight that I've been going to this particular elementary school on the first day of school or something like that, you know?
Oh, you got held back a lot, dude.
Yeah. So I've got all the tricks figured out. So, like, I saw the line and I was like, fuck that shit. And I drove around the line and then, like, into an open lane and went and parked in a parking lot. My kid came out, crossed over into the parking lot, jumped in the car. And
Oh, so
left.
he knew the game also.
Yeah, he knows the game.
That's good.
I was in and out in 15 minutes. However, there were kids that were stuck standing outside on the curb for over an hour and a half without water and shit. And it was like 104.
Kids are resilient.
Why didn't they just hang out at the school? Back in my day,
Well, and there was parents that sat in that shit for over an hour and a half. And then they, like, that overlaps with if they have high school kids, then they can't get to the high school in time to pick those kids up. and all
I'm
that
trying
kind
to imagine what it would take to make me wait in line for an hour and a half. Like, there's not a whole lot of situations where I'm like, well, I guess I'm just fucking
Do
stuck.
all those people live within 2 miles of the road?
When it's picking up
Or
your
to
kid from
school?
school, like, what are you going to do?
I would park and walk to the school and be like, we're walking.
What's
That's what
wrong
we're
with the
doing.
school bus, dude?
You can't go within 2 miles of the school.
And they're all on the other side of Baghdad.
I mean, that's normal, right? None of you guys can go within 2 miles of a school.
Yeah, makes sense to me.
I don't know. I like the DMV. I guess I've waited for a long time. Definitely not an hour and a half. Or getting a driver's license. You know, like
Yeah.
Yeah.
getting a new fucking cell phone.
Oh.
God damn, or tires. Those are 2 places you can't walk into and not spend an hour.
Yeah.
You're like, there's nobody here. This is going to be quick.
Airport security. I've waited in line for more than 2 hours in airport security.
Myself. That's one.
And it's like, well, I have to go get on my fucking plane. This is the only way to the plane, you know?
Yep.
I've been stuck in the tarmac for 8 hours.
Yeah, I haven't been 8 hours, but I've spent a couple hours on the tarmac.
You
That
ever been
sucks balls.
stuck in the drive-thru when there's somebody behind you and somebody in front of you?
Oh
There's
yeah, it's
nowhere to go?
infuriating. Do you ever daydream about just shooting guns out of your window so that people get the fuck out of the way?
Dude,
Me neither.
I'll one up that. I'll one up that. There was one time where I went to go get, I think I was getting Chick-fil-A, and I went to this other place, like, the signs were all confusing and shit, and I pulled into the other motherfucker that wasn't Chick-fil-A. It was like some Mexican restaurant or something. And I was like, I don't even want anything from here. I'm just going to pull through. And then pulled around the corner, and there's like 5 motherfuckers in line, but it's like a Mexican restaurant that cooks your order, like when you order it. So I sat there for like, I couldn't go backwards because somebody had already pulled up to the thing.
Oh, dude.
So I sat there for like 45 minutes, and I didn't even order anything. I just fucking had to sit there.
That sucks.
Oh, man.
So I got the other day, had to pick up a prescription, and went to the Walgreens right up here at the corner. And
Like all corners.
they had 2 lanes open, and there was 5 cars in each line. So I got into one of them, and then like 7 cars went through on the other line by the time that I got up to the front. And we're talking like solid half hour, like by the time I get up to the thing. And I get up to the thing, and he won't talk to me. I hit the call, nobody answers. There's just nothing for like 15 minutes. And then like, as I'm sitting there listening and what the fuck? And like, hey, somebody like, hello, all that kind of shit. I hear the guy in the car next to me. No, I will not go around again. I'm staying right here. And so apparently this guy was upset, like that his prescription, whatever, wasn't ready when he got called in, like when he left the doctor 10 minutes ago, and he was refusing to get out of the line. Meanwhile, the cars are just like stacking up all the way out into the street and shit, and I'm sitting here like already half hour in, finally get up to the window, and I'm just being ignored because they're fighting with this fucking guy.
Can I play the devil's advocate here?
Yeah.
Why the fuck does it take so goddamn long to count out like 12 fucking pills? Dude, they're right fucking there. Like, if the guy's losing his shit and he wants his 12 pills, walk over to where the 12 pills are, count them out, and then give them to the motherfucker. For real. Like, and then they act like, hold on, I need to talk to the pharmacist. What the fuck? Can he count to 12 faster than you, bitch? Like, go over there and count this shit out. Why do we need a pharmacist to count this shit out? It's got a fucking drawer number. It's got a part number. Walk over there, count the shit, give it to me. It shouldn't take 10 minutes. Sometimes you walk in, you're like, hey, I left the doctor's office like, 45 minutes ago. They said they were going to call it in. Oh yeah, we just got it. It's going to be another 45 minutes. And you're like, the fuck are y'all doing? What are y'all doing here?
Yep.
There's nobody else here. Why? Can I go get it? I can go get it in less than 45 minutes. That's my counterpoint.
Yeah. I mean, fuck them, right? Fuck that guy also, right? And if you're in a standoff with a dude and it's been more than 5-10 minutes and you're not getting anywhere with them, ignore the fuck out of that guy and at least get the other line turning.
That's what they should be doing.
Yeah.
Dude, so I did exactly what you're talking about, but with a delivery, like recently. We had shit that was at a FedEx office. We needed it brought over to where the fuck we were, Like, it was in their warehouse on site, and we were like, all right, we need this up here now. It's been sitting in your warehouse for a couple days. Now it needs to be here. And they were like, all right, well, it's going to be like probably a couple hours. And I was like, where's your fucking warehouse? And I like grabbed a push cart and walked over to their warehouse like fucking 20 minutes away and got to the door, banged on the door, and they opened. And I was like, all right, that shit right there, I need you to set it outside the door, and I'm going to load it up on this cart and drag it over to where I am so I can do my fucking job and go home.
Yeah, I get it, like, there's lots of other shit going on, but at the same time, like, at some point, someone's causing enough of a ruckus that you're like, dude, take care of him, motherfucker. Or ignore him, like you're saying. At least ignore him and work with everyone else.
All right.
But I do think that pharmacists are overpaid and overvalued. I don't fucking get why we need pharmacists. Have you ever talked to the pharmacist?
All the time.
Are you like, oh, well, I'm really worried that this is like not gonna, like, is it gonna affect my ball rash? Is it gonna?
Yeah, dude, when they hand you the bag of medicine, they're like, do you want any information on how to take this or any of the side effects? And you're just like, no, get the fuck out of here. I'm trying to go home.
The side effects are printed on the fucking bottle.
I've been walking around Walgreens for 5 minutes. I want to fucking leave.
And dude, literally when the pharmacist comes, they look at it and they're like, oh, so it says take 4 times a day for 3 days. Here you go.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. We don't need those motherfuckers anymore.
Oh, there's a take with food sticker on here, so take it with food.
This job is obsolete now. It's done. We don't need it.
This day and age, man, it should deliver straight to my fucking door like everything else.
All right, so check this out. If you can put a check in an ATM and it can scan the check and realize whose account it is and all that shit, why can we not do that with a prescription and a vending machine and just fucking slide that motherfucker in, it spits out your bottle of pills, and you're good to go.
In a fucking minute.
Yeah.
Like, top to bottom, beginning to end, 1 minute. You walk up and you're like, I don't know, I'm an idiot. And the vending machine's like, bro, just give me the fucking thing. I'll give you your stuff.
Scan your fingerprint.
Yeah.
I'm down. I'm all for this.
It would just give you a shot.
Somebody have to teach the doctors how to code everything, right? Because they'd fuck that up.
No, the fucking nurse does all the work anyway.
Somebody needs to teach the nurses how to code shit.
No, you make the pharmacist do it now. Now they have a really useful job.
I promise you the doctors be fucking off the prescriptions.
Oh yeah, but you can't trust a doctor to write the prescriptions. You're gonna have to get somebody that can actually code to make the vending machine and shit, and then you're gonna have to give them they're gonna have to go to a doctor's office and be like, all right, look,
here's all the fucking codes.
Yeah. No, not even a code. You just type in the name of the medicine.
No, you make it like a fucking McDonald's menu. It's got a picture and it's like, ow, my balls. And he's like, that one. And it just fucking, you don't even need a doctor anymore.
Ow, my balls. 10 days. 2 times. All right.
With food.
Yeah, with food. All right. You get 20 Vicodin. Go on your way.
I feel like even all that shit is already it's already figured out.
Yeah.
Like the machine knows what to tell you about, oh, take this with food. Don't drink alcohol.
Yeah, it's the humans that fuck it up from end to end.
Dude, that actually reminds me. So I was thinking about this recently. You know how you'll get a bottle that'll be like, don't operate heavy machinery while taking this medication?
Yeah.
And the first thing that comes to mind is I probably shouldn't drive a forklift while taking this medication. And I think what they actually mean is probably don't drive a car.
Yeah, probably so.
But why is it that the first thing that comes to mind is oh, I'm not a crane operator. That doesn't affect me.
No, I hear you, dude. I'm I don't even have a tractor. What are these guys talking about? I'm not going to go mow the fields or pick up cows.
I don't own heavy machinery.
Yeah.
I'm going to jump up on that forklift and fucking crush it.
What if you had an arcade at your house?
Literally, figuratively.
And you're like, oh my God, I can't play my arcade games.
Because it's heavy.
Heavy machinery, bro.
Yeah.
Or if you had an arcade game that was called Heavy Machinery.
Or you want to go sit in your hot tub, but you can't turn the power on, you know?
Yeah. Someone else can.
Yeah.
Dudes,
you can't go to the bathroom.
I don't think we need doctors anymore. Can't AI figure this shit out? Can't you just enter in your symptoms and it's
Dr. AI?
Yeah.
Maybe.
What if it
Why? Where's the gap?
Motherfuckers be making up symptoms though.
Right. And they do that to a doctor too.
Right. But there's I don't know, maybe there's an AI element that can do it, but there's a human element to all right, so what's actually going on with this dude is he's got this, and this that's probably real, and this other thing that he's fucking bullshitting. You know what I mean? I bet his balls actually do hurt, but...
And I bet his dick doesn't work, because he would lie about that.
Right.
Yeah, but maybe he needs some antibiotics. Why would you lie about that? That's the one that's fucking bullshit. That's the one that I get outraged about.
Antibiotics?
Dude... Give me the fuck. You know you're going to give me the antibiotics. You know you are. You know, that's how this is going to go down. I'm going to go in there. I'm going to talk to a fucking person and they're going to be like, oh, the doctor will see you soon. And then I'm going to sit there like an asshole. And then another motherfucker will come in and be like, oh yeah, I'm going to prescribe you some antibiotics. And you're like, all right, cool. And he's like, but you have to wait because the nurse, and you're like, fuck. And then the nurse comes in and she's like, all right, they're going to give you antibiotics. And I'm like, I know. That's what they fucking said. And then now you have to go talk to the pharmacist. It just seems way overinflated. You know what I mean? It seems way too much bullshit.
Yeah, but, okay, so, realistically, actually, for real...
You're like, bro, it just hurts when I pee. I know what I need. Just give me the shit.
For real, though, if you just had a fucking, little kiosk that you walked up and typed in your symptoms, everybody would walk up and be like, I have anxiety and a sore throat that hurts, really, really bad. Really bad. And they're like, all right, here's lean and Xanax. And you're like, yeah. Nailed it.
And a beer because you have a headache, right?
Yeah.
See, I tricked him. Well, okay, so obviously there's something. How about this? If it's a narcotic, then you have to talk to a doctor.
Yeah.
But other than that, why? Why the fuck do we got to talk to a doctor?
Yeah.
And I bet you could make a vending machine that you pee in the cup and put it in the vending machine and it spits it out and it's yeah, you got to fucking
tennis elbow.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that should satisfy, bro, just give me some antibiotics.
Yeah, for sure.
That'd be a crazy vending machine. Then you'd have people peeing in front of the cups.
Well, it would have a little fucking curtain.
Oh, like that. Yeah, I didn't even think about it. I just pictured it like a big soda machine, and you walk up to it and you're like, oh, let me pee on it a little bit. And
there would be some gnarly debauchery happening behind that curtain, though.
Screw drop thing.
So speaking of peeing and privacy, I have a quandary for you. I went into the bathroom at the airport yesterday.
Oh, wait, let's see what's in the box.
Oh, yeah.
I was thought that was going to be your quandary. What's in the box?
Oh, that is a quandary.
Fuck you, kids. All right. Today, we are drinking
Brown Bag Special. Huh.
So, it's Gentleman Jack, but it's Don's Liquor Gentleman Jack. Don's Liquor is the liquor store that's going to sponsor us, apparently.
Sweet.
So is it like a special batch?
So I think from what I can gather from talking to Don, I guess, is they buy like a barrel from the distillery and then they they brand the bottles for them.
So it's barrel select, essentially.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay.
So it is more expensive, but this one wasn't.
Nice.
Yeah. All right, your quandary chop. Sorry. All
right, so
we've all tasted Gentleman Jack.
I'm going to the bathroom, right? I walk in. There's 5 urinals. There's a dude at number 1, number 3, and then 2, 4, and 5 are empty, right? But number 5 is the shorty, right?
Yeah.
All right. There is dividers. Okay. So it's not like a no
trough.
Yeah. Do you go to the shorty or do you go to 2 or 4? Obviously 2 is kind of fucked up because then you're standing in between the 2 dudes that were there already. So I feel like you either go 4.
Honestly, my go-to would probably be the shitter.
Oh, shitters were full.
Oh,
Shitter's full.
Shitter's full?
Yeah.
Sink.
Then I go to the shorty.
Yeah, I think I go to the shorty too.
Oh man, shorty, I always get over my legs and it splatters,
You stand further back.
Oh man.
Smart.
That is smart.
Physics and shit.
Dude, yeah.
So
That's incredible.
I think I ended up going to the shorty just out of like my monkey brain being like, oh, don't stand next to that guy, But I think if I would go back and do it again, I think I would have taken the 4th.
Why not the sink? What's wrong with y'all?
I'm not
putting my dick in an airplane or airport sink.
You don't think somebody's... Why? You're going to get sick? You're going to put your dick in the
airport
toilet, but you won't put it in the sink? There's soap in the sink, bro. Don't let them fool you. That shit they got in the toilet's not soap, bro.
That's true.
Stuff just smells good.
Damn, y'all are fucking smart. Y'all are pharmacists, aren't you?
Oh, dude. Studied, researched. You named it.
It's my name thing. So pharmacists are the smartest people in our society. That's
Gotcha.
It takes them 45 minutes to count to 12.
I've been doing a very narcissist thing and going back and listening to our own podcasts.
Hell yeah.
I can 100% say that I'm not smart.
Well, then that's one thing we agree on, Chris. Tink. Oh. Hey, it tastes like Gentleman Jack.
Who would have thought? So, on this same bathroom trip, the not soap that you were just talking about, the little cake at the bottom or whatever?
Yeah.
So, usually the cake is like, it's fucking...
I don't like just the cake. You aim for the cake, you have to aim for the cake, right?
Yeah, duh.
But then it splatters all over you.
No, I like it. So this one was this way. It was like the cake that's in a cage,
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
What about the one that's got like the fur?
What?
Or the little spikes?
Yeah.
So I saw one today that had the little spikes. Usually they have the little spikes in the bottom. You aim for that because it, doesn't splatter as much.
Yeah.
But this one had spikes that went all the way up the back of the toilet, back of the urinal.
That's rad.
Nice.
So you can pee in straight into the back, like God intended.
Mm-hmm. So normally they have like a like pineapple-y smell or something. You know what I mean? Like the cleaning product smell.
Yeah.
Dude, I peed in this one and it was like minty, like straight up menthol.
Mm.
It really fucking weirded me out. I'm still like it wasn't necessarily bad. It was just like, okay, I didn't expect that at all.
Why don't they make these things for the poop toilets?
That's a really good idea. You could put it in the tank, and then it just comes out into the toilet every time you flush.
And you can pee on it while it's flushing.
And then when you drop a deuce, it hits the liquid, and then it releases a scent of like fresh cut grass or something.
Raspberries.
Campfire.
Campfire, yeah.
Brisket.
Hatch green chilies.
It already smelled like brisket and hatch green chilies
Yeah.
mixed with shit.
Yeah, but I guess anyways.
Smelled like...
Back to the urinal prospect.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
Yeah. Do you ever get heartburn after peeing in those things?
I'm not sure where this is going.
It's a symptom some people get after peeing in a urinal.
I don't understand your tactics.
Like lemon, especially when it's lemon. You smell it, gives you heartburn. It's not good.
That doesn't sound real.
Would you rather
This
have,
sounds like a setup.
would you rather have heartburn or aspirin?
Ooh.
That's a tricky one.
Damn.
Okay, how long does it last? Are we talking equidistance, equal time?
Yes, an 11 on the
Equilateral.
on the pain threshold for both sides.
And for how long?
Am I at work? Or am I at home? This matters.
I feel like you're at work.
Heartburn.
Again, how long? Like, if it's like 4 hours, it's different.
Why?
Because if it's 4 hours, then I might not bleed out if I take the aspirin. But if I take the heartburn, it's going to suck balls the whole time. But if I can get away with like ending the aspirin before I bleed out, then I'll probably take the aspirin.
So I think I'd take the aspirin.
I'm pretty used to the aspirin, really.
I would too.
Yeah, but if you're at work?
I put some cream on it.
Or no, I'm sorry. I meant the other way around. I would take the heartburn.
Oh, no.
Now, aspirin is so here's what sucks is when I get aspirin, it causes other problems. Like, it causes other problems.
Your feet hurt?
And it doesn't go away. Like, it stays there for days. You know
What
what
other problems?
Well, like, it usually means that you've been shitting liquid. And, and then, like, wet wiping without wet wipes can be dangerous. So in the situation like you're saying, if you're at work, this could be problematic.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm going to bleed out.
Yeah, I think aspirin in public is not the way to be. But aspirin at home where you can, like, manage it,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we all have the tools to manage this.
Put some cream on it, dude.
That's true.
Whipped cream. Cool Whip works too. It's not as good because it's like vegetable oil and not like pure dairy,
Heartburn fucks with your appetite too, though. That's another thing to think about. Whereas aspirin doesn't really.
Yeah, I can still eat with aspirin.
Yeah.
Dude, I lean aspirin. I'll take the aspirin and risk bleeding out before I take heartburn for any extended period of time. If it's like giga, like for real heartburn, like holy shit, like I feel like I'm having a heart attack or something.
You need to drink 3 gallons of milk.
Yeah.
Speaking of heartburn, did y'all see that Papa John's is releasing new Papa Bowls that, I don't know what they're called. I made that part up.
It's no crust, all toppings.
Yeah, it's all toppings. No crust, no bread.
This
right?
is something I can get behind.
It's gluten
What kind
free,
of
right?
fucking degenerate? Like, you're just gonna eat sauce and cheese?
Hell yeah, dude. That sounds delicious.
And pepperonis?
And
Wait.
sausage and
So this is like queso mixed with fucking...
No,
they basically take everything that they would put on a pizza and they just put it in a bowl and cook it.
Right.
but
like,
with no fucking noodles or bread or
Right, but like-
crust?
the cheese they use like is gluey,
Yes.
So
Okay.
like is the whole bowl...
like cheese.
Yeah. But like is the whole bowl like that? Like
Glue cheese?
I feel like I would need liquid
No, they
cheese,
just put it, they just put it on top.
If they put enough cheese, you can roll it up like a burrito.
Oh yeah, okay, I see you working. So, do you eat these bowls with a spoon? I guess is my...
Damn. I just had the idea.
I think it would be fork.
All right, so you make a pizza just like normal, right? But then you remove everything from the bread. You basically flip the pizza upside down and get a nice little layer of
cheesy, meaty
and then-
marinara.
Yeah, and then you take the crust off and you just roll that bitch up.
I hope something horrible happens to you. Like, I hope you stub your toe as soon as you wake up. I hope you have aspirin and heartburn at the same time. And you will, if you eat that.
That's,
Dude, that's
the worst.
crazy. Could you imagine?
I don't know why that, like, I get it. I know it'd be good, but for some reason I'm just like, fuck that, dude. You're such a piece of shit. Who orders that? Who orders that and goes, oh, this seems like a good idea?
What was that fucking
You
old...
seem like a reasonable, well-adjusted human being.
What was that old food channel on YouTube where the dudes would buy all the shit from all the different places and put it in the oven together?
Epic meal
Epic
time.
meal.
Epic
time,
meal
yeah.
time. That shit.
That's
yeah.
what that is,
Yeah.
dude. That's what that is.
I bet that shit was good, though.
All right, so we take your flipped upside down pizza, remove the crust, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then we take another one of those and we layer it on top. And then we take another one of those and we layer it on top. And now we have pizza lasagna,
Hold on.
but
then,
with no noodles.
But then we get one of the extra large Round Rock donuts, cut it in half, and put it on each end so that you can eat it like a burger.
Round Rock donut pizza lasagna sandwich.
Hell yeah.
Pizza lasagna? I mean, that would be kind of good. Sweet. You'd have the sweet from the donuts.
And it's called a double decker mech. What the fuck?
Yeah. Hot sauce, maybe?
Mecca, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Oh, you gotta have hot sauce.
Yeah.
I want to have a hamburger with a whatchamacallit, a donut bun sometime.
I've had that. It's pretty fucking good.
Oh, I bet, dude.
I had a sandwich earlier that had guacamole, barbecue sauce, and honey mustard on it.
I like degenerates.
It was interesting.
I don't know why it bothers me so much. I just hate it. I just hate it. And I hate everybody that's going to order it.
So,
Like, remember what was the
I'm
KFC,
also going to hate myself when I order it.
the chicken fucking bullshit sandwich that's like 2 chicken tits with fucking bacon in the middle or something?
yeah, it was at KFC, and it was what the fuck was it called?
They put it between fried chicken
I think it was
bun.
called like a heart attack or something like that. It was something fucked up like
There's
that.
heart attack burger. That shit's kind of crazy too. But yeah, no, it was like the fried chicken buns.
That was my thing, was like, dude, fuck that. Fuck that. Like, I'm not going to order that. I'm not going to eat that. Fuck that. And I don't know why. I feel, look,
Did
You
you end up
gotta, you
eating
gotta
it?
try new things.
Did
man.
you end up eating it?
it's not that if you order that one time, you're a shitty person. It's that 99 people that order that, or 100 people order that, 99 of them are shitty people. You know?
It's called a double down.
Yeah.
No, dude, I think you're wrong. I think if you order it once, you're not a shitty person. If you like it, you continue to order it over and
No.
over.
You're not
again.
even a shitty person if you like it.
Right. No, of course not. It's,
Because you're gonna like it.
All right. Well, no. So if
you
go,
know it's fucked up. Like, you know it's fucked up.
if you go back and order it more than once, you might be fucked up.
Yeah.
Alright, you guys fuck with Beanie Weenies?
Yeah.
Isn't that just
No, like the beanie, like you open the can and you eat the fucking Beanie Weenies?
Yeah.
like a Vienna sausage?
Right now, you're down?
Yeah.
Vienna sausage?
Alright, well, you're fucked up. My point is, a normal, well-adjusted human wouldn't consume that. Now, a child might, but an adult?
I have a bunch of kids, dude. I eat like a child. I had an instant mac and cheese for
Don't blame
lunch
your
the other
kids.
day.
Don't put this shame on your kids.
Oh, I'm not. I'm just saying, like, my fridge is stocked with shit kids eat, so I eat kid shit a lot.
Maybe
So,
your kids eat like
okay.
you.
You can take the beanie weenies out or like strain them or whatever with the lid of the can and then dump them in some mac and cheese, and that's pretty fire.
And you can put the mac and cheese in the oven and put some cheese on top of it and make like a casserole out of it.
So my question is, how many cans of beanie weenies would it take to fill up an entire bucket of mac and cheese?
Like a 5-gallon bucket?
No, 27-gallon bucket.
Whoa, that's huge.
Wait, no.
All right,
It's
we're
like
back
bigger
to
than
the
a
same.
swimming pool.
We're back to the same spot, right? We keep coming around. We're like a boomerang.
A boomer, what?
If you buy a bucket of mac and cheese, you're a fucking shitty person.
No.
You need to check yourself.
Not 27-gallon. It looks like a little bit over a 5-gallon, but it's a 27-pound bucket of mac and cheese. Now available at a Costco near you.
So I could see that for like a fucking
Is it cooked?
Like a cafeteria?
some kind of function.
Is it cooked macaroni or is it?
I don't know. I didn't open the article.
Oh.
I look like somebody who can read.
What, like, is there a shelf life on it? Like, you've got a day to eat this shit, or else it's gonna get covered.
Yeah,
in
you gotta
mold.
keep it in the fridge, dude. That's all you've got in your fridge. You took all the
Yeah.
shelves out and you've just got a giant bucket of mac and cheese. Hey, what are we having tonight? Oh, well, let's eat the leftovers.
Get the bucket.
God.
That's what we're coming to. That's what we're coming to. You roll up your fucking pizza cheese pepperoni shit and you dip it in the mac and cheese shit.
Hell yeah.
All right.
in your bowl.
I don't want you talking to me about this bullshit anymore because I've seen you put fucking queso on Tina's pizza before. So don't
Right.
fucking tell me about.
So you straight up roll up a pizza like a burrito, dip it in a pot of queso.
So
and
you're
then eat
saying that I'm not a degenerate, right?
No, I'm saying you can't fucking.
Okay, so look, it takes one to know one, and what I'm saying is someone that orders a 5-gallon bucket of mac and cheese is a piece of shit.
it. Also, I might order a 5-gallon bucket of mac and cheese.
I mean, you know, let's see.
Dude, how many people you think it would take to get it down in one sitting?
We're
27.
we're talking adults.
Yeah.
Are we
27
talking
pounds.
Like if I bring a bucket next time,
grown men?
yeah. How far you think we get in
Are
it?
they sober?
Doesn't matter.
We
Yeah,
get
it
4
matters.
pounds into it.
Okay, hold on. Let's reframe this and say, how far do you think we get in over the course of like pre-episode all the way through like we made it home and are going to we made it to bed. Let's
Now we're eating buckets of mac and cheese in our bed?
yeah.
Okay. You know, like a well-adjusted adult.
So from like 5 o'clock pre-show to like, let's call it midnight, right?
She loves it when I come home at 3 a.m. and fall asleep with mac and cheese in the bed.
Babe, why did you bring mac and cheese to the bed? She's like, you're a fucking asshole.
How far do you think us four make it on that?
I don't know. If we were going hard, like maybe we hadn't eaten that day, and yeah, I mean, we could get halfway through it.
Can you drink water?
Yeah,
I was going to say half would probably be about as far as we would get.
half. So 4 of us, that's 13 pounds across 4 people, about 3 pounds apiece.
Yeah, that's a fair assessment for mac and cheese.
But that includes, okay.
There's caveat. Like, is it Kraft mac and cheese? Because that does matter,
No,
right?
Costco bucket
Is it Velveeta mac and cheese?
No.
That
It's definitely
does matter,
Bang Bang brand.
Because Kraft mac and cheese is like watery and shit. You know what I mean? That Velveeta shit's real thick.
Thick.
2 C's.
Yeah, that's that like metal packet that's got the cheese goo in it, right?
Fuck yeah. Sorry. I gotta reel it back in a little.
Yeah, that stuff's pretty magical, man. I don't know what it is about it.
They put noodles and water and cheese powder in a bucket, mixed it up with a drill, and then sold it to you for $87.
Speaking of how like fucked up people are, you ever slide that shit out in your mac and cheese and then just like wring the rest of it into your mouth?
No.
And that's SOP, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gotta be.
I don't, look, I'm not talking shit.
That's
all right?
like licking the butter off the butter knife after you butter whatever.
Oh, I
the fuck-
definitely do that. I definitely do that. Or the mayonnaise.
Yeah.
That's the shittiest thing. Like, dude, if you lick the mayonnaise off of the knife, you just get straight mayonnaise. That's fucking gross. I still do it.
I still do it.
What's gross about mayonnaise? It's good.
Not by itself.
Oh, dude.
No,
Not
even
a
by
lot.
itself. It's pretty fucking good.
Not a hot day, though.
Hot mayonnaise. You guys like to put mayonnaise in your mac and cheese? You ever try that?
Here's what I've learned about mayonnaise on a hot day. If you have mayonnaise in the morning and it's hot outside, it'll literally curdle in your stomach, dude.
I have not experienced that.
And that shit will make you sick.
I have put mayonnaise on not a mac and cheese, a fucking
That sounds interesting.
Pancake?
cheese, motherfucker. Grilled cheese.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh.
That's good.
Now, I will preface this with the one that I did that with, like, had ham and shit on it too. You know what I mean? Like, it wasn't just like a American
So
single.
a fancy mac and cheese.
Yeah.
An adult a distinguished mac
Sure.
and cheese.
Yeah,
or
yeah.
Grilled cheese.
Grilled cheese.
Grilled cheese.
Yeah.
Bougie.
Dude, you know they have restaurants that just do grilled cheese and they do all kinds of grilled cheese mashups.
Dude, they have a name.
Gourmet.
They have a name for it in Australia. I forgot it, but yeah, it's like it's got its own type of shop or whatever.
Yep.
You know how Australians make up words for shit.
Cracky.
Yeah, they've got a word for like grilled cheese, and there's dudes that'll like open food trucks, and that's what they do.
Nice.
Huh.
They have bread down there?
Yeah, but it doesn't rise right because they're upside down.
That's what, I'm like, what?
So it sinks. It doesn't rise.
Like, there's kangaroos and shit. How do you have bread? That doesn't even make sense. Am I right? I mean, how's it so funny?
I mean, you're not lying.
He's pretty whack, dude. Koala foos, whatever they are, fucking eating
Koala
eucalyptus.
foos.
What do they feed the ducks?
Where's the bread down
Give me
there?
your shot glass.
The ducks are duckbill platypus. They, like, eat trees and shit. Like everything else down there.
Oh, I see. That makes sense.
They make, like, root bread or something. I don't know, dude.
Or what's that bread that like doesn't rise at all?
Don't look at me. I'm not Australian.
Tortillas.
Oh yeah, that's the one.
Right?
We're fucking cultured, aren't we?
Hey, we knew what tortillas were. That's not, American.
What's so bad about that?
Dude, if you were raised in Texas, you don't know what a tortilla is. You weren't raised in Texas.
Yeah.
Oh. I like Gentleman Jack. It's all
Not
right.
bad.
It's because you're a gentleman, Blake.
And a scholar.
It's better than Dirtbag Jack.
All right, let's talk about it. I know it's on everybody's mind. We did it last week. There's another game tomorrow.
I thought we weren't going to talk about it.
Motherfuckers be playing golf, dude.
Yeah, that's true.
So, I kind of think of it like fishing. I had to be an adult to like appreciate it, to learn to like it, you know? And, I still don't know if it's my thing, but at least I can enjoy it. I can appreciate it. Now, that being said, I bought a new golf bag and I bought a new putter. I haven't fully invested in a new driver yet. I I have trouble spending $500 on a driver, and I don't even know if this is my new thing yet, you know?
Yeah, for sure. Don't do that.
I had someone, today, I went to Top Golf, and I had someone that was really good at golf, explain to me, because I was like, dude, I just don't know if I want to spend that much. Like, what if I lose interest, in a month or something? And he was like, dude, this is a sport for life. Like, you can play this forever. And when you think about it like that, it makes more sense. Now it becomes a buy it nice or buy it twice type situation,
Right.
So I can go spend $150 on a meh driver, and then a year from now I'll go spend $500 on a driver.
Yeah. I've never spent a lot of money on clubs. I've gotten lucky and gotten some pretty good hand-me-downs. And then the clubs that I have bought have always been on the cheaper side. I either got them used or on Marketplace or something like that.
Why don't you just borrow somebody's clubs when you go?
Yeah, that seems to be a thing too.
But it's always you brought your clubs and you borrow it.
It's always a pain in the ass, and you lose that ability to be agile. Like, what if later tonight we're all sitting here chatting and decide that we all want to go play golf tomorrow morning? If you have to borrow clubs, that's like a lot to orchestrate.
No, you just do it when you're there. You're like, hey, let me use your club.
That's what I did last week. I didn't bring a set of clubs.
Literally when you're sitting in the cart going to the first.
Yeah, you're like, oh, cool, let me shoot now. Give me a driver. You brought your clubs, let me use them.
You could do that. I've shared clubs before.
So I went last week as a
spectator.
Yeah, as a spectator. Like, that was my goal. I went to go watch Whack Fuck, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I did for about 3 holes. And then I was like, somebody took a phone call. I'm going to take a shot for him, And then by like hole 5, I was just like, I'm just going to play.
Yeah, because it's more fun than not playing.
That's true.
I mean, watching Whack Fuck can be pretty fun. Don't get me wrong.
That's true also. Watching you drunk dickheads stumble around and crash golf carts is a fucking good time.
Wait, you drunk dickheads. Mr. King drunk dickhead golf cart crashing motherfucker himself over here.
No, I was talking about from Chop's perspective.
Oh, okay. So I have a set of, I think they're like Wilson Pro Staffs from like the late 90s or something, my irons. And
solid.
I can't.
Made out of metal.
Yeah, I can't justify buying new ones. It's like $400, which is weird also that it's $500 for a new driver and it's like $400 for all the rest of the fucking clubs.
Yeah.
But it makes sense, right? Like, every hole you're going to hit the driver, you're going to hit the putter,
Mm-hmm.
You're going to spend money on those 2, and then you're going to hit one of the other ones that are there in the middle.
Or 3,
depending on how good you are.
Yeah.
But
get the same one 3 times. That's real bad.
But dude, I thought about buying a new set of irons, and immediately I was like, no, why? Why would I fucking do that? Did these irons go bad? Like, they're made out of fucking metal.
Iron even.
I highly recommend watching Tin Cup when you get a chance.
I've seen it.
It's good.
So,
have you seen it as an adult though? Because there's a lot of things that you'll appreciate as an adult that you didn't as a little kid.
I've seen it as an adult. I haven't seen it, since I started playing golf. But.
That's funny.
But I don't know. I got the gist of it. Yeah, and I think, is that the one where he plays the rest of the round with a 7-iron?
7-iron? Yeah.
So 7, that's fucking solid, dude. That's the real deal. If I was going to buy an iron, I would buy one, and it would be a badass 7-iron. Because you don't need anything. Like, if you have a putter, a 7-iron, and a driver, you're good to go.
Man.
So I did get to a point.
It's nice to have wedges, dude.
I was borrowing clubs, right? Like, that's what I was doing, because I went to spectate, and it did get to a point where I was like, all right, I'm just going to play with like 2 clubs. And I wasn't even driving. I was just like hitting fairway shots and putting, right? And then we got to like a certain hole. And
I was driving. I was drinking and driving.
Yeah. But we got to a certain hole and somebody was like, gee, just fucking tee off, like hit the driver. And I was like, dude, I'm just playing with 2 clubs. I'm just taking fairway shots and putting. And he was like, well, you better add a 3rd fucking club and get on the fucking box and hit the goddamn ball. And I was like, all right, whatever. And so I ended up playing from like probably about the 6th or 7th hole. I played like the rest of the game, right?
Yeah.
And, again, went completely with the intention of spectating. And by the end of the game, I was like, damn, that was fucking awesome. Like, I want to come do this again, like next week,
Yep. Yeah, it's fun. It's just like getting exposed to it and doing it like anything else,
We were at Topgolf today, and we did the thing where like you try to drive the back, like obviously.
I win that game.
I don't think you would have beat this guy. He was fucking good at it. And then the next thing we played was you're trying to pick the hole, like the it's like hit it in the green or whatever.
I don't win that one.
And so we did that for a little while, and eventually I got to where I was like, all right, let's try, like I was just being fucking an asshole. And I was like, let's try and play the one where it picks the hole, like the hole, the color, I don't know what to call it, the pit to shoot at.
Right.
And, it's gonna pick whichever one, and we picked medium, so it was like kind of the mid, whatever. But we can only use the 7-iron. That was the game, right? So we're hitting like we're trying to barely tap it off the fucking thing so that it rolls into the red
one.
Yeah. And then, you gotta hit it a little bit harder to get into the yellow one, and then you're trying to like whack fuck the shit out of it to get it way out there in the blue one.
Yep.
It was fun. That was my favorite game that I played today. Just cause it was like, everyone was looking at me like, what the fuck? And I was like, no, this is good. Like, this is gonna teach people to
appreciate the 7-iron.
Well, just practice,
You never know when you might have to play the whole back nine with just a 7-iron.
Or you learn how to hit it 100% or hit it 50% or, hit it 10%. That's what I was trying to practice.
110%. And that fucking meter's just...
I only hit it 110%.
In theory.
Makes putting really hard.
In theory, you're supposed to have the same swing all the way through, no matter which club it is, minus the putter. And
no, I play the same way with putter.
And you're supposed to club up and down according to how far each of those go.
Dude, no bullshit. While we were playing golf, I'm pretty sure I smacked a putter about 45 yards at one point.
Yeah, it's the way to be. Only 100% all the time. We're not fucking losers over here.
Dude, I've thrown a putter solid 75 yards.
I was just about to say, we need to talk about the
Here comes
golf.
the putter throw.
Yeah. Wasn't it somebody pretty recently set a new record for the
Guinness
club
Book of
toss?
Records. He got in the Guinness Book of Records. He couldn't do it. He didn't make it as a professional golfer, but he got in the Guinness Book of Records for throwing a golf club further than anybody else.
Wasn't it something fucking ridiculous too? Wasn't it 200 yards?
It was like 170 yards or something crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is fucking insane.
What? It's like 2 football fields.
Yeah, I keep picturing this par 3 that's up on a cliff, And he chunked it off the cliff, basically.
Yeah, but have you seen those Viking motherfuckers, those giant dudes with no necks? And they walk out there and they've got daggers on their boots. And they fucking walk out there. You know what I'm talking about? And they stick the daggers in and then they take a sledgehammer and they swing it around their head as fast as they can and throw it. Like, one of those dudes has got to be able to chuck a putter pretty good distance, I would imagine.
Maybe he makes it 170 yards. I don't know. That's what it says in the Guinness Book of Records.
I don't think anybody told those guys that we were having a competition.
It was probably only 70 yards. We're probably exaggerating, but even still, 70 yards is a fucking long ways too.
Yeah. No, that's crazy. I gotta check out these Viking dudes. What kind of hammers are they?
I don't know, heavy ones?
Like framing hammers?
Yeah.
Dude, the hammer throw. That would be so awesome if there would be different categories. One would be like how far you can throw the framing hammer. Another one would be like accuracy. You gotta stick it in the wall.
Yeah, can you stick a sawzall on the wall?
So it was 71.69 meters and 235 feet.
That's like 1,000 miles or something.
Yeah.
It's 70 yards.
Kilometers.
Yeah.
It's 70 yards for sure.
What is that in freedom units?
235
America.
feet.
100. He threw it 100. Right? All right.
So next time we got to measure that shit. Somebody's got to
Dude,
let loose. And
I have an extra putter.
yeah,
So we can do a putter throw.
putter throw. Here comes the putter throw.
It's kind of cool.
Putters are good because they're more weighted in the
All right. So,
That should be a Topgolf game, shouldn't it?
how far you can throw the
Throw
clubs.
the putter.
all right. So the next time we're on the golf course, we're going to take a par 3. We're going to take a turn. We're going to play a scramble for putter throw to get it to the hole.
Get it to the hole.
You know what other game should be at Topgolf? They're fucking up, dude.
Tennis golf.
Are they really this stupid that they haven't thought of this yet? I should be able to pay and drive the fucking cart around.
That's true.
And then people try to hit golf balls at me instead of me trying to hit them,
Also, the third floor should be 21 and up.
Ooh, that's smart.
Maybe
What if we
it
just
should
made
be
the
the
whole
first
thing?
floor. Just a thought.
What if you just did, well, hold on, the implications of 21 and up. What if you did all of the whole thing 21 and up all the time?
They get a lot of revenue. Kids like that shit too, dude. You didn't play the Angry Birds game?
Yeah, but the good thing about them is fuck them. They're not me. I'm not a kid.
Yeah, but
So
someday,
let's get some fucking booze and titties up in here. You know what I'm saying?
someday you're going to be stuck watching kids and you're going to be like, you know what? Let's go do this at Topgolf where I can drink beer and hit golf balls.
So but until that day, would I be willing to trade all the days from this day to that to go just one chance to go to Topgolf and get to see titties also.
And it's 21 and up.
Here, cheers.
So what if it was like 21 and up, only on like Thursdays, and then every single day after like 9 p.m. and they're open till 2?
So here's a fun fact. I'm married to Top Golf Girl.
And you only can play from the bottom, right? Because,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Is maybe the first floor is the 21.
Dude, I think those Top Golf employees make a lot of money. Or they should.
They do all right.
Do they have like a golf pro there?
Mm.
Who's like,
Dude, this is the McDonald's of golf for sure.
but there's not somebody there who's like, I'll teach you how to golf. We'll give you private golf lessons.
I'm sure there is. I bought some. They fucking
golf
saw me
lessons.
coming. They got me. Guess how?
How?
They had a box. It was a square box that all it had on the front was a Texas flag. Didn't even have what the fuck was in it. And I was like, wait, what's that? So I walk over and open it up, and it's got like 4 golf balls in it that all have a Texas flag. And then it's got a little like hat fucking divot thing and the little ball marker that's a Texas. And I was like, well, I mean,
Clearly I'm getting this.
I don't want to lose money on this deal. Like,
Clearly I'm getting this. Hey, this is all the stuff you're going to need if you're going to play
that's what
golf.
it's what I said. I justified it.
You're going to lose those balls, though. Like
And they were like
tomorrow.
$45. And I was like, that seems expensive, but you know.
You only had 4 balls? Dang.
Damn.
Do you have the box at least still?
That's more than $10 a ball.
Yeah.
Did you bring the box home?
Yeah, I got the box. I'm going to keep it.
You
Hang it on the wall
you
or
didn't
something.
hit it with your golf club?
Later.
Okay.
Tomorrow. No, I literally said to myself, I was like, I'm going to play golf tomorrow. I need golf balls and a Texas flag golf ball marker.
You're going to need more golf balls.
Yeah, I have more. Trust me, I have more. Is it, like, are you a total shitbag if you just play with, like, the dirty ass range balls that you have in your golf bag?
Yeah.
Why?
But
Yeah.
It's like hunting with like rusty shells.
But it's okay. I know the guys you play with, and they're also playing with the dirty old range balls that are in their golf bags.
So I bought some expensive ass balls when we were playing, and I bought 2 boxes, so I had 6 balls. And I told myself, I was like, I'm only going to lose 3 of these, and then I'm going to save the other 3 for later. I'm going to hit bullshit balls. And I did pretty good, but I ended up losing my 3rd and finishing it with a fucking shitbag ball.
I'm the dirtbag that goes to Walmart and buys the big fucking giant mesh sack of used golf balls that they dug out of like ponds and shit.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, but
That's my style.
yeah, why not?
Yeah,
You're just going to hit it with a golf club. Like, that's the goal here,
You
right?
get like 50 balls for like $20, dude.
Yeah.
And they're all usually a Titleist and Callaway for the most part.
They've just been soaking in the river for about 10 years.
Some of them.
15.
So, what I'm learning
they have
is
a candied shell.
everything
Yeah.
at the golf course is just a flex, right?
Yeah.
You're like, hey guys, check out this fucking $500 ping driver. And you're like, look at this fucking dickhead fall down with his dick in his hands. And, also he has a badass driver.
Yeah.
You know? They're like, oh look, I've got the fucking Callaway fucking thing on my shirt. And you're like, yeah, you're sweating through it because you're fat as fuck. You know?
Yeah.
And I'm not judging. I'm just saying, like, it's a flex for sure.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Fucking country club life, dude.
Ford golf carts, Chevy golf carts,
Oh,
GMC
dude.
golf carts.
And Lago stepped up the game, and I thought I was excited about it until. So we get into these golf carts, brand new golf carts,
Like you're brand new.
and they've got a screen like a Tesla, right? Yeah, I think Tesla made them. They were Tesla golf carts for sure.
No, because they had a motor. It burned gas. Couldn't have been Tesla.
It's just gas to power the electric
Bro,
motor.
they did go.
It's a generator.
Hey, those
Yeah.
did go, which was a nice change because the old ones were like you weren't sure if you were going to make it. Actually, I think that was a different course. But yeah, we got stuck one time.
So yeah, dope ass golf carts, and they've got the screen, and then we start fucking with it, and the screen tells you like
How far it is?
what
to the
hole
ball.
you're on and how far it is to the green, and yeah, they're really cool.
And you keep your score there and everything.
And I was like, all right, like this is a come up. This is dope. Then you don't even cross the line. You just go up to the line where it's like, hey, carts, don't cross here.
To be fair, we crossed it. When your cart started dying, you did cross the line.
And yeah, but it did it to me at other times too. They have like geofencing on it. So you can't drive your cart where you're not supposed to, or it shuts the fuck off and tells you you're a piece of shit.
That'll stop you drunk idiots from driving across the greens.
You drunk idiot. You keep throwing this shit out here like you're not the one fucking driving.
Again, from Chop's perspective, you know?
Yeah, like, there was one time where you were parked right next to the sidewalk. So I pulled up behind you, or no, in front, it was in front of you, right next to the sidewalk. And it was like, hey, fucker, get back on the golf path. And I was like, but, like, where's we're here. Well, like, what if somebody needed to pass us? This is where I'm not being crazy. And they're like, nah.
Do they call you from like the clubhouse?
No.
Yeah, they call your cell phone.
People
dude.
get on the camera TV thing.
So they make you write down your mom's cell phone when you sign it. So I gave them your mom's cell phone. But then if you're driving around like a dickhead, they call your mom. They're like, he's driving around like a dickhead again.
They just power off your golf cart.
Then they call you from the clubhouse and put your mom on the line and she yells at you.
Yeah. It's fucked, dude.
Yeah,
We're going to push this bitch back into the line.
Like, but wait, my mom's dead. How does this work?
I'm excited about the golf cart. Unfortunately, the greens were shit.
Yeah, they were shit.
And the fairways were like...
I don't know. It's kind of like playing golf
Also
on
shit?
It was kind of like playing golf on the moon. You know? Like there's lots of big rocks and craters and stuff.
When putting, you have to account for dirt traps, you know?
Yeah.
Are there fire ants?
Yeah.
It was a real classy joint. Naked lady tees and everything.
Yikes.
Nah, we need some more of that shit though.
Anyways, golf's fun.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Fucking good
That's where I started this at. I see the joy in it. I don't know if it's my thing. I definitely don't think it's like gonna ever be my identity, but I could see myself being an old man and being like, fuck it, it's the only thing I can play now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, and more than that, you're going to have different situations in your personal life and in your career where your friends and stuff are like, hey, let's go do this. And it's always fun when you go with your friends, you know?
And
Well, unless it's just y'all.
it's all, yeah.
You drunk idiots. From Chop's perspective again.
It's one, I was in that situation where I was watching, I'm talking about the first time I went recently, right? And I'm learning what golf is about. I'm actually giving it a shot. And I'm looking around and I'm like, the sun's out and it's not like it, you know, it's nice outside. There's deer. And you're like, okay, I get it.
Yeah.
This is a place where you go and get drunk.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And then it clicked. It all clicked in my head. I was like, oh, we tell the wives we're going to play golf,
Yeah.
but really we're getting drunk.
We also play golf, to be fair.
Well, yeah. I mean,
We actually played a pretty good game of golf. We ended
That's the best game of my life. We ended up 8 under. So we did it scramble style for those listening. We did it scramble style, but we did pretty legit scramble. There was 2 balls that, you know,
questionable.
were questionable, but they counted. So 8 under.
So we counted them
8 under.
with a 4-person scramble.
With a 4-person scramble. Well, 3.5. Chop used 2 clubs for like 5 holes. So
and I didn't play the first
and
three.
he didn't play the first 3. He really didn't play the last 3 either.
So what does that make my handicap then, right? Like that means I should average out and like
So like 1 or something?
Yeah, if you put a 68 as your only score on your scorecard, you're gonna be like a 1 or 2 handicap. It was less than 68 even. I think par for that course
Impossible
was like
to do that
72,
kind of
so it's probably 64. It was a good game. It was a good game. That was the best round of golf that I've played.
Also, though, we do have to take into consideration that there was some temporary greens, in air quotes, that made the par 4 like 150 yards or
which
something.
is to say that like the greens are too fucked up and there was already a hole in the ground right here anyway, so they just stuck a flag in it and they're like, here it is. In the middle of the fairway.
Yeah, pretty much.
I don't often hit it straight, but when I do, it goes a long fucking ways.
I don't know. What was that? Was that wisdom or philosophy?
Self-awareness.
Deep thoughts.
Self-awareness. Again, I get lost in the conversation sometimes. I just go off on my own. It's fun. It's a character I play, you know?
All right, so while we're talking about sports ball, I'm really genuinely curious, and I don't know how I feel about it, so I'm going to judge you guys first, and then see how I feel. What do you guys think about the Bareknuckle Fighting Championship?
I've been liking this. I've always questioned why UFC gave them gloves even.
So,
Like,
when
fuck the
UFC
gloves.
started coming around, I was like, holy shit, this is the craziest shit that I've ever seen. And
Well, back then it was more crazy even though.
and their slogan,
So they were wearing shoes.
do you remember their slogan back then was as real as it gets?
Yeah.
You remember that?
Yeah. There was no weight classes and
Dude, I was watching the Bareknuckle shit and I was like, that UFC is not as real as it gets anymore because these guys are keeping it pretty fucking real. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
so, and one of the selling points from UFC, and they had like, you know, scientists and researchers come in and say that the smaller gloves for a long-term fighter, for like a career fighter, it was better for their health than the big padded gloves. Cause the big padded gloves is just a lot of like getting their brain swished around. Whereas the light, the smaller gloves, you get knocked out quicker. You're quicker to the end. Therefore, like a knockout basically isn't as bad as 10 rounds of getting your face popped. You know what I mean? So with that same concept in mind, the bare knuckles is even more so than that, right? Like people are the
Except
knockouts
that they
are
get
going to
cut so much more. Like
That's true.
they're like Freddy Krueger up in there. Their faces are fucking busted every fight. And they add like when you really clock somebody, they split them up and they count to fucking 8, a mandatory 8 count. And it's like, wait.
I don't agree with that.
I thought the whole gist, like the argument was like it's supposed to be.
I don't.
No, they're dropping all pretense. They're not using statistics or scientists and researchers to make up some bullshit about why it's healthier. They're just like, dude, these two guys are going to beat the fuck out of each other. You ready?
Yeah.
And, I'm kind of there for that.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah, that's good.
It's something I can get behind.
So I've been showing a little bit of interest lately down YouTube rabbit holes where I found like alternative combat sports.
Dude, have you seen the one where the dudes tie each other to the table?
Yeah.
And then they beat the shit out of each other over a table?
Which I don't understand that concept.
Dude, so
this is wild. Dude.
There was one, and it was like extreme arm wrestling or something like that, right?
Yeah.
And it was arm wrestling, and they don't let go of each other, right? Like their hands are bound or whatever. But they had like grappling in it. So
Yeah.
like I watched a video of a dude and they're arm wrestling, right? And he like flips up and puts the dude in an arm bar, like hanging from his arm on the table.
Upside down over on the table. Yeah. I've seen that.
Well, that seems like a hack, doesn't it?
So
This one weird trick that makes you win every arm wrestling contest.
So then somebody else started another arm wrestling type league, right? And it's like they basically bind their arms, like holding each other's forearms to like their hands, and then
Like a Spartan handshake.
right. But they were boxing.
Yeah, they tie them to the table and they just punch each other in the face.
Like
a
they're
bunch of
leaning
times.
over the table, just fucking hitting each other in the head, but they're like tied together.
Yeah, there's no blocking, there's no defense.
Yeah, like what? You can't put your hand in front of your face.
It's basically like if you and me were like, let's tie our hands together and hit each other in the face as many times until somebody falls down.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that, but I would definitely watch somebody else do it.
Dude.
Can't we just give them knives? Like, fuck, dude, we're here, right?
Well, and it's also about who you put there. I'm sure there's certain people you could put on the other side of the table that it's like one and done, right? Just wham, and you're done. But these dudes, the ones in the video that went viral, they weren't going out. They were just punching each other in the head a lot of times.
So what I will say that the bare knuckle thing has going for it, one, they get all the dropouts of UFC, like all the...
Mike Perry.
Yeah, specifically. And who was Chris Lieben? Chris Lieben went bare knuckle also.
Yep.
There's a lot more blood. There's a lot more cuts.
I don't like
They don't
like the
wrestle.
significant strike 8 count.
They don't wrestle at all, at least as far as I can tell. They wear shoes.
Elbows?
I didn't see any
I
elbows.
don't think so.
I think it's just boxing.
Bare knuckle boxing.
But see, we already have boxing. Like,
It's bare
it's
knuckle.
just bare knuckle boxing? That's the whole... I don't know.
So somebody needs to take this idea and then they need to mash it with like UFC and it just needs to be full out. I mean, what was that shit on YouTube we found? The street brawls or whatever, where it's like two dudes in the cage. This is a legitimate beef, street beef. That's what it was.
Rock and roll.
They're like, this is a legitimate beef, which means it's going to go until there's a definitive finish or whatever.
It's not Angus beef.
Yeah. And then they just go, but take the gloves away.
Yeah. I mean, that's what we're all here for, right?
Yeah.
We just want to watch two dudes fight.
Yeah.
So-
World star.
So why don't we get rid of the false pretenses here? Now we're at the point where they're beating each other with their bare hands. Let them wear shoes and fucking t-shirts and jeans and shit. Get rid of the fucking
Chains.
get rid of the like rules. We don't need any of that weight classes bullshit.
Give them sticks.
And then just let them beat the shit out of each other.
Yeah.
Or a bottle.
Line up like 7 cops right outside the cage. So if it goes too far, then
The cops beat up
the
everybody.
cops beat up everybody.
Oh, come on. They're not going to beat up everybody. They're going to beat up like 1 or 2 and shoot everybody else. Come on.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it all stems. I mean,
That sounded silly. I was actually being serious. Why not just let them fight? Like, let them wrestle. Let them armbar. Fine, I get it. You have to have weight classes. But Why do we have to do bare knuckle boxing? Why can't we just do fucking UFC but with bare knuckles?
I fell asleep one night watching a documentary about the science of why people go crazy at fights and sporting events and whatnot.
What'd you learn?
I mean, basically, it's a core human thing. Like these are core human instincts that we have that need to be nurtured. And in the world that we've created in this day and age, like we don't get that outlet ever. So these things, draw us into it.
Yeah.
Is that why it's bare knuckle?
And then the other thing I noticed while we're talking about,
and it goes back forever too. Like the Romans had the Colosseum, and
the ring girls around the bare knuckle ring look less like models and more like strippers, which I appreciate.
Yeah, that's what I appreciate about bare knuckle fighting.
And there's two dudes fucking bare knuckle fighting inside. It's a pretty wild sport.
I think the original ring girls were strippers.
I hope so.
I choose to imagine so.
All right, we going to review this whiskey?
Do we need to? It's fucking Gentleman Jack.
I mean,
we can, sure. Yeah, let's do it.
for science.
I gotta take another shot.
All right. Instead of that, Chop, what I need you to do, go dig through all of our old episodes, find the last time that we reviewed Gentleman Jack, and we'll post that.
Well, so we actually should do that, but we should see if we still line up with what we said the first time.
Or if we're just making this up.
Oh yeah, you're right. We should let all our listeners know for sure that we're full of shit.
There's no such thing as pros, dude. Like it's just somebody's like, oh yeah, I'm a fucking whiskey expert now. Also, I'm calling myself a whiskey expert now.
I mean,
because I'm,
dude. If I ever get put in a documentary, I hope I get a cool title like that.
Like sommelier.
Yeah.
What does that mean, sommelier?
We proved in the blind taste test that it's doable.
I know it's doable. It's just, let's be real. We're getting drunk. Cheers.
Because, I mean, what's the point of whiskey?
Cheers.
Not to get
Are
drunk.
y'all noticing that taste evolves also?
Oh my gosh. I can't believe y'all drink whiskey to get drunk. Gross.
They drink beer out of cans.
Hell yeah. I drink wine out of boxes.
At bare knuckle fights.
And beer out of boots.
So,
a shoey?
A shoey.
My grandmother turned 85 last week, and she had like a little
shit.
Yeah, she had like a little birthday party at her nursing home or whatever.
Did she know?
Maybe. But they had it was in like a little community center or whatever, and we went to go open the fridge to like put our food or whatever in there. We opened it up, and there was a box of
There was a cat. There a cat was in there.
There was a box of Franzia in there, and like my mom and aunt and whatever were making jokes about it, and I was like, bust it out of there, get it out of the box. Why are we
Slap
drinking out of the
the
box
bag.
still? We need a bag up in here.
Slap the bag.
All right, sweetness. How do we feel?
Oh, 3.
Yeah, I think it's kind of sweet. I'd go 3.
Sure.
Crunch. Low.
Yeah.
1.5.
1.5, 2.
Yeah.
Bite. I would say low also.
I'm going to
2.
go high in the bite.
Really?
I would
Heartburn.
say 2.
Aspirin.
Bottle. So this bottle is unique.
Yeah, somebody lasered Don's liquor on the front of it.
Yeah.
Let's give it 4, because it's got Dom's liquor on it.
Hey, what's up, Don?
Yeah, let's give it a 4.
Good job on your liquor. 4 on your bottle.
Perfect.
I like the way it says Don's. It's a cool font.
And by the way, if you're ever in the Leander area, go visit Don's Liquor. It's right next to Shark's Burger.
And tell them we sent you. Use offer code
Whiskey and Whiskers
Whiskey and
Podcast.
Whiskers.
Yeah. They won't know what that is, but we'll let them know when we go in there and try and give free shit.
He's going to look at you like, what the fuck? You're paying full price.
It'll be $5 extra. Those guys are assholes.
No, me and Don are tight. I know that's not his name, too. It's called Don's Liquor, all right? What if I just started calling him Don? Hey, what's up, Don?
You should. I feel like this isn't a question. This is like you need to.
I think his brother is the one that started Don's Liquor. And he opened up another Don's Liquor here that's...
So it's Don's brother.
Yeah.
Wait, isn't Don's that old one right in front of the 1431 HEB?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
Yep. Same peeps.
Dang. We've been buying liquor there since middle school.
Uh-huh.
Like 30 years ago.
All right, so we're still kind of getting past the sporting thing, right? But before we exit the sporting world, I do want to say that it is now officially time. You are able to get your hunting license now. And we're rolling right up into season's going to start soon.
Yeah, so we should do some hunting.
Maybe some bird.
Do you guys always opt for the super combo?
Yeah.
Never.
What's super combo? Hunting and fishing combined?
Never, not once.
So I do, and I fucked this up.
Huh.
I fucked this up recently.
How's that?
I didn't realize, and I'm gonna show how long it's been since I've been in the game, right? But I didn't realize that like it just expired the same time every year.
Mm-hmm.
And so like probably 4 months ago,
You bought one?
I bought one.
Yeah.
Well, oh, you bought the super combo.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you're a dumbass.
Yeah.
So I have this situation.
Should have just bought a fishing license.
Yeah.
'Cause that's all you could do back then.
Right.
where I really love hunting and fishing. And, you know, most times that I get an invite, if it's from like a friend or family member, I pretty much go. But that's not crazy often. And there was like a decade stretch that I didn't even go shoot at a deer, you know? And so I don't buy the super combo because I never know what I'm going to do. What I do is if I get invited somewhere, I go buy the appropriate license for that thing before I go.
So I do the opposite. I buy a super combo, and then, you know, when they ask me how many fucking teal I shot, I'm like, what's that? And then they're like, all right, how many quail did you shoot? I'm like, I don't know, 4. And they look at me like, that's it? You're an idiot? And I'm like, 100? I don't know. You just lie.
What's a quail?
So that's more my game.
Yeah.
How many doves did you shoot? And you're like, bro, don't fucking, really, fuck you.
Yeah.
Fuck you for asking me
Yeah.
that, alright? 2, alright, 2. Really? Because, like, limit's 8 in one day. Well, I shot fucking 2. I was only out there for 15 minutes. I had to go. I had shit to do.
I had to hide all the scissor tails that I shot.
At least they don't ask you how many rounds you shot also. They're like, how many doves did you get? You're like, fucking 3, alright? And they're like, well, how many rounds did it take you to shoot those 3?
Fucking 30.
Yeah. For real, though. Environmental hazard.
Dude, I'm slinging lead fucking everywhere, bro.
Dude, you get a little trigger happy after a while. Let it fly.
Man, you know, you get the ones that are flying high. They're further out.
And then every year I'm like, damn, I didn't use my fucking turkey tag.
People are like, don't shoot at those. They're too far away. And I'm like, fuck that. Shoot at those. You never know.
It's the fun part.
You also get, with your super combo, you get 1 or 2 oversized redfish.
Mm.
And I've never in my fucking life have I tagged an oversized redfish. I've caught redfish, but an oversized redfish, right?
Maybe even oversized ones, but I damn sure didn't use a tag.
So I've never had to tag an oversized red because I never caught one. And the last couple times I went redfish fishing, I was like, I'm going to buy an extra redfish. You can buy just the redfish oversized tag. That's how I was like trying to trick myself into, I'm going to buy an extra one because that's how many fucking redfish I'm about to catch. And then I'm standing there like a fucking idiot, like getting rid of my license. And I'm like, nope, no tags off of that one. We can get rid of it. And they're like, well, I guess you bought it just for dove hunting? I'm like, yeah, pretty much. And they're like, how many doves did you shoot? 3?
3?
$160.
It's fucking $40 a dove, brother.
So that's the game I play.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I don't like doing that. So I just buy according to what I go do. So I have a fishing license that's still good right now. That's cool.
I have a fishing license. It's good. I have a combo. It's still good right now.
Your super combo is about to expire, though.
Yeah.
The 30th, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which is really convenient. Like the day, the season.
The day
starts.
before you need it.
Whereas if you'd have just bought a fishing license, then it would still be good. And then you could buy a hunting license separate.
Yeah.
And granted, you would have spent more
Overall.
in toto.
Mm-hmm.
But then you wouldn't have an expired license.
Right.
I did buy a hunting license last season, but I actually took a shot at deer. So I didn't kill any.
They ask you.
But I scared the shit out of him. Fuck that deer.
They're like, how many deer did you shoot?
Now, to be fair, the deer had already been scared because my son shot first and he missed, And then I shot as it was running away at 300 yards.
Nice.
Yeah.
Always take that shot.
Again, it's a long shot. You know, some people tell you not to take it. I think you take it. Play the lottery. Roll the dice.
Yeah. Shoot high. Aim low.
Aim small, miss big.
I think that's terrible advice, by the way. Just for the record. For anybody that doesn't hunt, don't be like Chris.
Aim small, miss big. He's running across the road. Get him.
Yeah. Hit him with your car.
If you do hit him with your car, at least shoot him before the game warden shows up.
Especially if you tag him.
He fell off.
Dude, you mangled this deer. What were you shooting? This is an F-250.
Yeah. Diesel.
Hot 6, I guess.
Ranch hand.
Oh, poaching.
So last thing about sports ball, do y'all see Chito Vera?
I don't even know what that is.
He's a UFC fighter, and he just...
He broke Cruz's face. Dude.
Yeah, Dominic Cruz, who's an icon of the fucking game. And not only is he, I think he had the belt, maybe? If not, he's been a number one contender for a long time. He's a badass. And he's also an announcer at this point. So, he's just really well established in the, like, UFC community. And he just got the shit kicked out of him. I mean, really, that's like his face. He used his face.
Well, and what's crazy is that fight, like, Cruz was beating the shit out of Chito Vera, and Chito Vera just happened to kick him in the head.
Yeah, that's a good strategy. He should continue to kick people in the head.
The head kick.
Yes.
This is like what I've been hoping for years would happen to Cormier. Does he just like come out of retirement and talk shit to John Jones or something, Just one more.
Somebody kick him in the head?
Yeah. And then just get the fucking
you don't
shit
kick that high.
No.
Yeah.
No.
He's been kicked in the head before.
I know. But I'm just hoping he just like it just
I'd
ruins.
like to see him get kicked in the head again, that's all.
Yeah. Like, I hope it ruins, like, the rest of his life. Like, he just can't even go back to casting anymore. Like, he just speaks in fucking gibberish.
Oh, no.
There's no Ryan.
Yeah.
No
Yeah,
Ryan
dude.
meat.
Yeah.
AC and air conditioning.
I have some beefs with, like, DC and how his career played out. But honestly, as an announcer and as he's not really fought much, I don't really mind him that much as an announcer, honestly.
Wuss.
He's alright.
He's alright.
DC, Washington.
No, I get it. Y'all shared a DC. That's cool. I mean, he was a champion.
Dude,
you don't have to be ashamed that he would beat the fucking shit out of you.
Dude, I'll fight DC right now if he'll pay my bills.
Well, YouTube will pay your bills. Don't worry about that later. Or, how about this? You knock him out, and then you get a shot at the belt.
Can Whiskey and Whisker sanction this?
Yeah. I'm on board.
Dude, I'll fight DC. I'll get hurt pretty bad, probably, but I bet I hit him at least one good shot.
Probably.
Yeah. What bills are you talking about? Your medical bills?
Yeah, those.
Oh, okay.
Nah, no, not those.
No, just those, really.
Not really those in, like, particular.
Dude, I'll get famous just for fighting DC.
That's what I'm saying. YouTube will pay for all that shit.
Yeah, I know. So I just want him to pay for the medical bills. I want him to think twice about where he hits me,
Why don't you just beat him?
Yeah, I could probably do that.
Yeah, that's a good plan.
Why didn't I think of that?
He's just a professional fighter. It's a little bit bigger than me.
They're like, why didn't you just beat him? Well, honestly, I never thought about it. Okay. I just assumed.
No, so, like you said earlier that you bought the extra tag to try and psych yourself out or whatever. I got to do the opposite. Like, I got to go, oh, that shit's not going to happen. You know what I'm saying? Try it, and then it will happen. Or the reverse psychology.
Oh, I see.
So then you have a redfish with no tag. Game warden's like, what the fuck? And you're like, I know, right?
That's what I said.
Here's my thinking.
I tell you what, can I buy a tag right now? Because I will. That's not how it works, bro.
That'd be pretty sweet, dude, if you could.
Why is it not that way? Really? Like, can I just buy a tag if I catch anything?
He's like, I'm going to write you a ticket, or for $49.95, you can buy your license right here, and I'll print it out for you. We can go on and have a nice day.
They should.
You're like,
It'd
yeah,
be easy.
Let's do that. Here's my credit card. Here's my mom's credit card.
They can run a fucking check to see if you've got your license or not. You'd think they could handle, like,
They can run a
a
check.
fucking square to, like, swipe a credit card and give you
Yeah.
your license.
They can run a check to see if you're allowed on a toll road.
It's because they're trying to fuck you. That's why.
I had my alarm
They're
set.
enforcing collections for a private company at that point.
Well, state of Texas.
Yeah, it's government entity.
Government entity.
Yeah. Anemone?
Anemone.
Amities are hard.
What was the... we came up with a tongue twister.
An enemy and an enemy.
An inanimate enemy in an enemy.
Yeah.
No.
An anemone. No, it was an enemy.
An inanimate enemy in an anemone.
Inanimately.
I thought it was an enemy.
Nope.
Anonymity.
In anonymity. Y'all are dumb.
That's just hard, dude. Remembering.
Why are you
things.
trying to read that word? All right, so they've already successfully, well, not 100% successfully, but for all intents and purposes, they've killed the manual transmission, and now Dodge has come out, which is the last remaining bastion of, like, old school American muscle. besides maybe arguably the Corvette, but they've moved the Corvette engine to like a mid-engine, so
I mean, you could argue Mustang too.
That's not really
in some cases.
But even that like they're pulling away from the Coyote and they're going to fucking EcoBoost and shit.
Yeah.
And look, I have an I have an EcoBoost.
You love the environment, right?
You have a Focus.
But
Right.
Right,
Still
I-
afford.
and my point is,
Same engine as the Mustang.
it is. My point is that they've gone away from old school American V8 fucking muscle, and now Challenger and Charger, who are kind of the last ones that are like still doing it big, like that's the way they're doing it, are like, hey, we're not gonna do this anymore.
So,
Yeah, and they moved, like when you were talking about the Corvette, they moved that to like a V10 supercar now. It's not American muscle, it's a fucking...
that's what I mean. It's not the same.
They're trying to compete with like...
It's mid-engine.
Yeah.
definitely not like to go too political, but there was a law passed that said that they had to like reduce emissions by a certain number by like 2030 or something, which makes basically all V8 combustion engines irrelevant.
That's bullshit. That's fucking bullshit. They would have gotten rid of diesel before they got rid of fucking V8 supercars. You know what I mean?
Diesel they claim is cleaner because it's mixed with all the other shit. You can make diesel out of like fucking
Rolling
corn.
coal, baby.
Yeah.
Like, I'm literally watching these fucking dickheads blow black smoke out of their trucks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And for what? What do you haul? Like, do you haul fucking excavators?
Oh, so I got
Like, I get it, maybe some of them do, but like, not most of them.
I got behind dumbass dude in a nice truck the other day that stopped in the middle of the road to talk to his buddy as they passed, blocked the whole road up, whatever.
Uh-huh.
And he was one of these guys that his truck was super nice, nothing on it, but he had the work boots stuffed in the thing.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, motherfucker, you're wearing a suit. What do you have the work boots stuffed in the thing for, Totally judged the guy. Or the rain boots, whatever you want to call them.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. Yeah.
And again, it doesn't make him a shitty person. It's just a good sign that he's probably a shitty person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But anyway, back to the Challenger and Charger.
Mhm.
So they're getting rid of the V8 Challenger and Charger. They're basically like, hey guys, if you want a V8,
Everything's going
now's
electric,
your
bro.
chance.
It's all going electric.
I guess, I don't know. It's
Electric.
disappointing. It's disappointing, and that's the only word I can use to describe it.
Yeah, it's a sad day. And it's going to come in our lifetimes, bros.
Yeah.
It's going to come in our lifetimes that V8s are going to be obsolete.
But I just I don't understand it. Cause it's a V8, right? I get it. It's a fucking big ass engine, little car, right? But what about like Lamborghinis and Ferraris and shit? They got like V10s in there,
12s even.
Yeah.
I don't know if it hits the import companies as hard as it hits the domestic companies. So I think like the restrictions on the ones that are manufacturing here, like, which do include some import companies like Toyota. But
I think
it's
he's
gonna
right
hit
because
those harder.
the rules are the emissions rules. That's only here,
And
they
it's
can't make
made-
emissions rules for Italy.
They definitely
Exactly.
fucking can. Like, not make emission rules for Italy, but they can say you have to pass inspection
here.
with
They
the
can.
emission.
And they can. And they'll probably create special permits for people that drive cars that don't fucking pass. And you'll have to pay X amount of hundreds of dollars per year to have a permit to have a car that has that shit.
And then we can
It's a subscription
all drive
fee.
the same
You're going to
little
pay
car.
a subscription fee to drive your supercar.
We can all drive the same little car. It gets good gas mileage. It's good for the people. Volkswagen, right?
It's good for the people for sure.
We all drive the same fucking stupid shit. It all sounds the same. All looks the same. Oh, you get to pick a color. You got to pay extra.
It's subscription for your color.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. It just doesn't make sense to me, right? You're still gonna have Escalades driving around. You know what I mean? Maybe not an Escalade, but you know what the
That's
fuck
what I'm telling you.
An
There's-
Excursion.
There's gonna be a license that they have to purchase in order to continue to drive those cars at some point. I guarantee it.
On the one hand, I'm like, there's no reason to drive a big ass truck. And on the other hand, I'm like, don't get rid of the fucking big ass motors in the cars. Like, and I get it that that's kind of hypocritical, right?
It's the same price.
Because I'm like, dude, you don't need that truck.
You don't need that car either.
It's just you driving that truck around. You drive a V8 all the time,
I mean, you
back
want
and forth to your job at fucking.
It's great for
You
taking
know-
my kids across the Arctic tundra.
to get real. Like transport should be for the amount of people it needs to transport. Everybody should be on fucking motorcycles and scooters, bro.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, didn't India do it that way?
Yeah.
There's some places.
I just made that up entirely, but
I know
feel like
I know
that's-
they're like more popular in Europe too.
That's basically most countries outside of the U.S. I think are like that.
Yeah,
Golf
that's
carts?
also like kind of a byproduct though. That like,
but I don't
gas
think
is-
it's a law in most places. I think it's just like they just do it because
It's more economical.
I can afford a motorcycle or a moped or whatever.
It's
right?
because gas is $11 a liter in other countries, which is like what point?
That's insane.
like-
Insanity.
I think it's like
well, they don't use dollars over there though.
0.3 something gallons.
So it's like 13 euros per liter.
Yeah, which is like
$1,000 a
50
gallon or something.
Exactly.
Dude, straight up, it's like $45 a gallon, something like that.
That's pretty wild.
So that's
Wow.
why they all drive fucking mopeds. They get like fucking 70 miles a gallon.
They all drive different. What we consider luxury cars are considered normal cars there.
I saw something that was like, the golf cart is the car of the future. And it had to do with, the article had to do with a little town in Florida. Or like maybe not even a town. What am I thinking of? Like a, not a subdivision, but
They
like
had a community.
like a
in it.
community, yeah. A community in Florida where, they have golf cart trails and they just encourage that. And they changed their flag that had golf clubs on it. They changed it to, have a golf cart on it because they're like, we're not really golfers. We're like golf cart people. And, the point was that like, golf carts have been around a long time. They're efficient. You can stay out of the sun. They're electric. And now we're getting to a spot where like, you don't have to go far all the time. Now I don't know if that would ever work here in Texas because we got to drive fucking an hour to get to.
And it's 106.
But that was the argument at least that they were trying to make was that, yes, they still have their cars, but for the most part, you can get around. You can take your kids to school. You can go to the grocery store. You can do all your shit with a golf cart. How do you guys feel about that?
Is it electric or gas?
I would imagine theirs are both, but I think the
Like a gas-powered electric one?
intention is to transition towards electric. And it's way cheaper to buy a golf cart than a car.
Yeah. Are they safe?
Who am I?
If you get in an accident with one?
Am I the fucking club car rep over here?
You're an
Sounds
expert.
like it.
You can get injured in a golf cart for sure.
Yeah. Motherfuckers die.
But like, a golf cart hitting another golf cart probably isn't too bad.
Yeah,
Depends on how hard
it's
they
not
hit.
that bad.
Depends on how hard they hit.
Well, like by comparison, compared to like a V8 Charger and a V8 Challenger hitting each other.
Dude, I promise you get a golf cart going down a hill and crank it into neutral and it gets going good. It'll get going good and fast. You can crash into another golf cart and it'll be mayhem.
What if we
Man.
make this transition? Like, what if we go full hog? Like, everybody switches to golf carts, and then 50 years from now, they make a Fast and the Furious fucking 65, where Vin Diesel's Jr. is driving a golf cart and like doing flips, shooting guns out of the side and stuff. But it's a golf cart.
We're not far off the Tron.
And then he
vehicles,
goes
man.
golfing.
Everything's moving
I think,
electric.
we would have to
fast.
change the name. We need to call them something else. We need to not call them golf carts anymore.
Speed cars. Not
Yeah.
golf carts.
Super dope carts.
Yeah.
Fucking.
Go-karts.
Mario Karts.
Oh, I'm down.
I love Mario Kart.
Grocery carts.
There's probably some licensing issues though.
Buggies.
But yeah, I think the idea of it is sound, right? Like if you can get to the grocery store, if you can get to the liquor store, if you can get to the McDonald's or the Papa John's to buy your cheese fucking sausage rolls, then you've got everything that a grown adult needs.
What happens if you need to get to the airport?
We're not flying anymore. That's bad for the environment.
Oh,
You fly your golf cart.
You're only allowed to have a V4 in airplanes.
electric plane.
Oof.
Yikes.
Somebody's probably done it.
No, that's what all of the personal aircraft are right now.
Electric?
Well, you can Uber, right? You can still Uber.
Yeah, but the Uber people got to, like, I thought they were driving golf carts too.
Uber Chopper.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the Uber people still stick to cars. So if you need to go somewhere far, you use a car. But for the most part, you use a golf cart. No?
Nah.
All right. The Whiskey and Whiskers website is up. It's whiskeyandwhiskerspodcast.com. If you'd like to support the show, there's links to our Patreon with pledges starting at just $1 a month at whiskeyandwhiskerspodcast.com. You can also find links to the show no matter how you choose to listen. We're on iTunes, YouTube, Spotify, Google Play, Podbean, Pandora, Audible, everywhere. There's also live feeds to our social media on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. We're on the That's Not Canon network. There's tons of great podcasts no matter what you like to listen to. Most importantly, if you made it this far in the show, you're a bad motherfucker. Go to our website, whiskeyandwhiskerspodcast.com. Click that bad motherfucker link. Your donation to keep the show going. It allows us to keep bringing that fire and keep drinking these bottles and keep making you laugh. So go to the website, click the link, and subscribe. Go to whiskeyandwhiskerspodcast.com. Donate to our Patreon. We have episodes every Monday and content all the time. We'll see you next week.